Once upon a time, high above the green meadows, where the wind sang soft and sweet songs, floated a little cloud named Nubo. Now, Nubo was a fluffy cloud, white and round like a cotton ball. He loved to drift along the sky, watching the world go by. But Nubo had a problem. He was just a little cloud. All the other clouds were big and grand, forming into dragons, castles, and mountains. But Nubo, no matter how hard he tried, could only make himself look like a small puff. One day, Nubo saw some bigger clouds gathering together in the distance. They were making something huge, something important. So he gathered all his strength and floated over to join them. Pello called Nubo, puffing himself up as big as he could. "Can I play, too?" The bigger clouds paid no attention to him. They were too busy creating their masterpiece. They swirled and twisted, merging together to form a giant waterfall. And when they were done, they rumbled with pride. "Look what we made," they said. "A great waterfall, strong and tall." Nubo wanted to be part of something important like that, too. But when he tried to join the others, all he made was a tiny puddle. He felt sad and small. Then he met Aria. She was a beautiful rainbow, glowing bright colors across the sky. She appeared whenever there was rain, and the sun shone through the water droplets. She was the most beautiful thing Nubo had ever seen. "Hello," she said to Nubo. "I am Aria." "I am Nubo," he replied. "You are very pretty," said Nubo. "Thank you," smiled Aria. "But I fade away when the sun goes down, and then I don't get to see the world or anyone again until the next rain." "Oh," said Nubo, feeling sad. "That sounds lonely." "It is," sighed Aria. "But what can I do? I'm just a little rainbow." Nubo looked at her and said, "Well, I think you're pretty." Aria blushed, and then she faded away. Nubo watched her go, and he felt lonely, too. Now, every day after the rain, Nubo would wait for Aria to appear. He would try to make himself look important, like the other clouds, hoping to impress her. But all the other clouds just laughed at him. "Why do you want to be so big?" they asked. "Being small is fun. You can fit in small spaces, jump in puddles, and slide down thin branches. But I want to do something important," said Nubo. "Like what?" asked one of the clouds. "Like making a big rainstorm or a beautiful rainbow," said Nubo. Then the clouds all laughed at once. "Haha, good luck with that," they said. And Nubo felt bad. Why couldn't he be like the other clouds? Why did he have to be so small? One day, Nubo saw the meadow below the clouds. The flowers had drooped their heads. The bees had gone away. The butterflies had flown off to find other gardens. It looked so sad and empty. Nubo asked the wind below what was wrong. "It's been so dry," said the wind. "The flowers are thirsty. If it doesn't rain soon, they might die." Just then, Nubo heard the other clouds rushing about. They were coming back from somewhere far away. "We're too busy," they called to Nubo. "We're going to make the biggest rainstorm the meadow has ever seen." Nubo wanted to help, but he was just a tiny cloud. What good would he do? But then he remembered what Aria had said. Even the smallest drop can wake a flower. So Nubo took a deep breath, gathered all his strength, and drifted down, 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 down. He floated above the meadow, and slowly, slowly, he began to rain. His drops were tiny, but they sparkled in the sunlight. Aria saw this, and she glowed brighter, guiding Nubo's drops to fall like shiny jewels onto the thirsty ground. The flowers drank the cool water and lifted their heads again. Bees buzzed happily, and butterflies fluttered around, landing on the colorful petals. Soon the meadow was alive and happy again. All the other clouds watched from a distance and gasped. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. "Look," they said, "that little cloud made a beautiful rainbow." Indeed, Nubo's little raindrops, mixed with Aria's bright colors, had created the most sparkling rainbow the sky had ever seen. Nubo and Aria looked at each other and smiled. They hadn't made the biggest rainstorm or the tallest waterfall, but they had done something wonderful. Together, they had brought joy to the meadow. Now, the other clouds came closer. They had been wrong about Nubo. They apologized for laughing at him and asked if he would join them in making a big cloud castle. Nubo and Aria watched them go, and then they looked down at the meadow. The animals were dancing under the rainbow. The flowers were singing in the breeze, and everything was happy and beautiful. Nubo and Aria stayed up there as long as they could. They saw the sun set and knew it was time to go. "Goodbye," said Nubo to the meadow. "Sleep well until next time." As they faded away, Nubo felt proud and happy. He had made a friend. He had helped the meadow, and he had shown everyone that even a little cloud could do something important. The next morning, Nubo woke up and saw the meadow again. It was shining in the sunlight. The flowers were waving in the breeze. The bees were buzzing happily. The butterflies were fluttering around. And right in the middle of it all was a sparkling rainbow. "Aria, good morning," called Nubo. "You look beautiful." "Thank you," replied Aria. "And you look very fluffy." They watched the meadow together for a while, remembering what they had done the day before. Then Nubo said, "I have to go now. The other clouds want me to help them build a cloud castle." "Oh," said Aria. "Well, goodbye. See you tomorrow," said Nubo, and he floated off to join the other clouds. As the days passed, Nubo learned that being big wasn't everything. He could do important things, make new friends, and help the world just the way he was, a small, fluffy cloud. And every day when Nubo saw Aria, he remembered that being kind mattered more than being big, because kindness could make even a little cloud feel like an important part of something wonderful. The end.